Have you ever been asked, what is your city like in English, and given a one-word answer like big or beautiful, when actually you had so much more to say but just did not have the words? Today, we are giving you all of them.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Nest. I'm Max, and I'm here with Mia.
Hey everyone, I'm Mia, and today we are talking about one of the most personal topics you can discuss in English.
Where you live.
Because everyone lives somewhere, and everyone has feelings about it.
Strong feelings. Cities inspire strong feelings.
Strong feelings means intense emotions. Love, frustration, pride, nostalgia.
Nostalgia means a warm feeling of missing something from the past.
Let's start by talking about our own cities. Max, describe New York to someone who has never been.
Ha! How long do you have?
2 minutes.
New York is relentlessly alive. That is the phrase that comes to mind first.
Relentlessly alive. Tell us more.
There is no quiet here. Even at 3 in the morning, there are people on the streets, restaurants open, noise.
The city never stops.
The city that never sleeps is the cliché, but it is genuinely true.
Cliché means a phrase used so often it has lost some of its freshness.
Every neighborhood has its own personality.
Neighborhood means a specific area within a city, an area with its own character.
The Upper West Side feels like one city, Chinatown feels like another, Brooklyn feels like a third.
My favorite thing about New York?
The energy, the feeling that anything could happen on any given day.
Any given day means any particular ordinary day.
And the food is extraordinary.
Ha! The food is always in the top 3.
Always. What about Los Angeles?
Los Angeles is contradictory.
Tell us.
It is enormous, but it feels fragmented. Fragmented means broken into separate pieces.
Fragmented how?
Different areas feel completely disconnected from each other. Hollywood, Venice, Pasadena, they barely feel like the same city.
Because you drive everywhere.
You drive everywhere, which means you experience the city in a very different way to a walking city.
Walking city means a city where most people get around on foot.
New York is a walking city. LA is a driving city. Completely different feel.
Feel means the overall atmosphere and experience.
But what I love about LA, the light.
The light?
There is a quality to the light in the afternoon, a golden warmth that I have not found anywhere else.
That is very specific.
You notice it after a year of living here. It becomes something you miss when you leave.
Now, how do you talk about your city in English?
Let's start with the basic description phrases.
My city is known for, then what the city is famous for.
My city is known for its old town and its food markets.
My city is famous for...
It is the capital of, if it is a capital city.
It is the second largest city in, if that applies.
It is a coastal city, right on the water, a port city, an inland city, a mountain city.
Coastal means by the sea or ocean. Inland means far from the coast.
Now, describing the character and atmosphere.
It is a very lively city. Lots of energy. Always something happening.
Lively means full of energy and activity.
It is quite relaxed, a slower, calmer pace of life.
Relaxed means comfortable and not rushed.
It has a great cultural scene. Lots of art, music, theater, events.
Cultural scene means the world of arts and entertainment in a place.
It has a really strong food culture. The local food is an important part of daily life.
Food culture means food as something people take seriously and are proud of.
It is very walkable. You can get around easily on foot.
It has excellent public transport, trains, buses, trams that work well.
Public transport means shared vehicles that run on fixed routes and schedules.
It is quite car dependent. You really need a car to get around.
Now, talking about your neighborhood specifically,
My neighborhood is quite residential, mostly houses and apartments, not many shops.
residential means used primarily for housing, where people live.
There's a really good market nearby. Something specific and local you love?
Just around the corner for me there is then your favorite local place.
It has a great community feel. Neighbors know each other. There is a sense of belonging.
Community feel means the sense that people in an area know and care about each other.
It is up and coming. It is changing and improving. New things are opening.
Up and coming means developing and becoming more popular and vibrant.
It can be a bit noisy.
It is quite quiet in the evenings, residential and calm after work hours.
Now, what you love and what you would change.
The best thing about living here is your personal highlight.
The best thing about living in New York is that I am always surprised.
What I love most about the city is your personal favorite.
What I love most about LA is the weather. 300 days of sunshine.
The weather.
The weather is always in the top 3, too.
The one thing I would change is
The one thing I would change about New York is the cost of living.
the one thing I would change about LA is the traffic.
The traffic, also always in the top 3 of complaints.
Sunshine, food, traffic, the universal city conversation.
Now, asking someone about their city.
Where are you from? The standard opener.
But the follow-up question is what makes the conversation interesting.
What is it like?
What do you love about it? Go straight to the personal.
Is it very different from here? Good when you are both somewhere else.
What would you miss most if you left? The question that gets to the heart of it.
What would you miss most? That question makes people really think.
Because the answer reveals what they actually value, not just describe.
Value means feel is important and worth having.
What would you miss most about your city?
The energy. Definitely the energy.
For me, the light.
Still the light.
Always the light.
Now, a few more useful phrases before we close.
I grew up in. I spent my childhood and early life there.
I moved here... Oh, and how long ago? I moved here 3 years ago.
I have lived here my whole life. I was born here and have not left.
I am originally from then where, but I have been in then current city for then how long?
I am originally from Guadalajara, but I have been in Toronto for 5 years.
That sentence tells your whole geographic story in one line.
Geographical means relating to place and location.
Now, the phrases for recommending your city to a visitor.
If you ever visit you have to go to, then your top recommendation.
Do not miss. And then the thing. Do not miss the Old Market on Sunday mornings.
The best area to stay is local knowledge, not from a guidebook.
Local knowledge means information that comes from actually living somewhere.
And it is worth spending at least then the time to really get a feel for it.
Get a feel for it means to experience something long enough to understand its character.
I want to talk about something that comes up a lot when people describe their cities, the complicated feelings.
Tell us.
Because not everyone loves where they live, and in English you can be honest about that too.
Honest about mixed feelings.
I have a complicated relationship with my city.
Complicated relationship means you have both love and frustration for the same place.
I love it, but I am also ready for a change. Honest and very relatable.
Very relatable means many people feel the same way and will understand immediately.
I grew up here, but I have always wanted to live somewhere else. A common feeling.
I am not sure I would choose to move here now, but I have made it home. Layered and true.
Made it home means you have created a sense of belonging there, even if it was not your first choice.
These phrases give you a way to be honest without complaining.
There is a big difference between describing a place with nuance and just complaining about it.
Nuance means acknowledging complexity, both the good and the difficult.
Now, the language for comparing cities.
Comparing means looking at similarities and differences.
Compared to where I grew up, this city is much more than the quality.
Compared to where I grew up, this city is much more international.
International means including people and influences from many different countries.
It reminds me of, and then a city it feels similar to.
The food scene here reminds me of what I found in Tokyo, a very specific and personal comparison.
Comparison brings cities to life for the listener.
Brings cities to life means makes them feel vivid and real.
It is very different than the contrast.
The pace of life here is very different from the city where I grew up.
Pace of life means how fast or slow daily life feels.
I prefer then which city and why.
I actually prefer smaller cities. I find big ones overwhelming sometimes.
Overwhelming means too much to process, more than you can comfortably absorb.
That kind of preference statement opens a real conversation.
It tells the other person something true about you.
And invites them to share their own preference.
Which is what conversation is for.
Now, one final thing about the city conversation that I think matters.
Tell us.
When you describe your city to someone in English, you are sharing your world.
Your world means the specific place and life experience that shaped you.
No guidebook has that information.
No algorithm can tell them what the light looks like at 4 p.m. in your neighborhood.
What the market sounds like on a Saturday morning.
What the city smells like after rain.
That knowledge is yours.
And sharing it in English, even imperfectly, is one of the most meaningful conversations you can have.
Meaningful means it carries real significance. It matters.
Because you are not just describing a place.
You are showing someone where you come from.
And that is the beginning of real connection.
Today's question: tell us about your city. What is it known for, and what do you love most about it?
Tell us in the comments. We want to travel the world through your answers.
If you are enjoying English Nest, please subscribe right now. New episode every single day.
Hit the like button, share with a friend learning English, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you next time, everyone.